Hello, everyone. We are back with the ESOC Winter Championship, middle of the night game for Europe. We're catching Boneng versus Ovi. So we're starting right into game one here. Ovi12 playing German, Boneng playing Japan on Kamchatka. On the bottom right here, we have Ovi spawning as a German. 100 wood crate, 100 gold crate, and looks like he's going for that market start that we usually see from German. The top here, once again, Boneng as Japan, scouting with his archer wagon. We haven't seen a consulate from him yet, so we'll see what he decides to go for here. Only a 200 wood start, so it's going to be, well, actually, I guess this is 300 wood start, so it's going to be interesting to see what he decides to do with that. And I'm also joined here by Divine Fire.
Yeah,
Divine Fire.
I haven't said anything just yet. Yeah, I'm just jumping on to cast here because I didn't know these guys were gonna play until like right now. Otherwise,
Yeah, it seems like a theme because I just woke up from a nap as well. So it seems like when I wake up from naps, that games start playing. So
I did that as well. Like I wake up from sleeping and like ESO TV is like just going on or something like that. But I had messaged Ovi like half an hour ago and he just didn't respond. But
yeah,
here we are.
I woke up, so that's all it took.
Yeah, they were waiting. They knew you were sleeping and they were just waiting for you to wake up.
I think so. Well, we
Okay.
have the game going now. So, what do you think? What do you think is going to happen here? German versus Japan.
Uh, like I usually say, I'm more of an interjection. Don't play a lot of 1v1s, but obviously German's gonna want to get to Fortress H for sure. They don't really have almost any options against Japan in H2, just because of how strong Japan's defense is and how strong Yumi archers are.
Yeah, I would agree completely, and I think I think we'll see German just try to get Fortress really quickly, like you were alluding to.
And either Japan can try and just defend and just use the strength of their infantry to beat them H2 against H3, or they can try and put some pressure on early, which is a little less conventional usually, but you'd expect nothing less than unconventional from Boneng.
Yeah, exactly. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. We might even see something weird like club rush out of Boneng. I think I've heard many times that Boneng will do weird things, and we don't even see a consulate from Boneng, which makes me feel like that might be exactly where we're heading here. He also hasn't even dropped a second shrine, so it may be a super aggressive club rush. I just the other day I was actually doing these strategies with Ovi. We were like, what is Boneng going to do? He's going to do a club rush as Japan, so I did this exact build, I believe. 300 wood will probably be on the way soon for Boneng if me and him both took the same approach to the club rush. But we'll see.
Yeah,
it's actually kind of interesting, right? Because I was practicing with Ovi, I have a little bit more of an idea of what Ovi is waiting to see. There's the 300 wood. So
yeah,
if Ovi realizes that this is coming, as German, we tested it with China. We didn't test it with German. So we'll see if he realizes this is the path that Boneng's going to take. We'll see if he's got an answer to it.
yeah. Boneng aging up with 3 bills on the Wonder. He's definitely in a hurry. I actually haven't seen that many club rushes.
Yeah, so my version of the club rush, just to kind of explain what's going to be coming here, was what I was doing was exactly the same as this. I did one more shrine than this overall by the time in transition, but then I was doing consulate and then then a Rex, and then I was getting 10 Ashy out and in each first batch because I was sending 5 twice, and then also getting 5 clubs. So the strong timing is like 20 Ashy and 5 clubs, and then after that it just kind of falls off. So I think that's what we'll end up seeing.
Yeah, it's definitely about as all in as any rest strategy could be, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Japan really benefits a lot from building those shrines, and to cut them off is not cool. The club rush, to say the least. So
It's also worth noting that he's got 6 scouts ready to go onto this Wonder. Oh, it's 5. Just kidding, I can't
yeah,
count.
it is 6 actually, because there's 3 on the upper, and then there's 3 standing. There's 3 on a shrine, and there's like 3 around this. I think it's quite good actually. Your point's important because the shrine that adds an extra 2 villagers. So that if you had 8 or 9, you add extra 2 villagers. Yeah, he does. So he
Yeah,
kind of gets 2 free vills out of the ghost.
yeah, and in a rush like this, you're gonna be you're gonna want every last drop of food
Yeah, exactly.
that you can get.
I really want to see, you know, if the key is going to be watch Obi's pop here and see if he sends the settler wagons or he sends 700 wood and is ready to defend. His explorer's coming out here. He's going to see the rush, and so you know, I don't know. We didn't practice this a lot, so I really want to see, you know, if we ended up getting somewhere where he's got a good answer as Germans.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Rack's going down. Okay, I'm feeling better about this, knowing that he's at least he's going to cover the right. He's going to play it the right way. So.
Sounds like you're rooting for Ovi here.
I'm not rooting for Ovi per se. What I really wanted to see was just the right line of play. I'm neutral beyond that, but just knowing that we ended up landing at the right spot after I went to bed is cool.
Yeah, just knowing that your practice actually might have added up to something.
Influence something. Yeah. Well, not Ovi hasn't won yet just by building the racks. He's still got a ways to go here, but that racks is is good to see. So already, just like I said, there's 5 Ashy on the field, five clubs on the field, 10 more there now, or 5 more Ashy total for 10 now. And you'll see this is just going to come right in. Yep, and exactly. That's a very vulnerable point. And with how fast all these units are, he could just run in there and get right underneath the TC.
Yeah, I was also pointing out that he shipped 3 settler wagons.
Did he?
Yeah,
oh, I didn't even notice
that's what I was flaring there, those 3 extra settler wagons.
Interesting. And now he's over pop, so he sent the expo now. He has the gold for minutes, he's just called minutes. This is actually quite good for him. He's got the Ulhan getting right up in here. The clubs are not here yet, and these Minutemen need to start cleaning up Ashy before they start killing villagers, and that's going to be the key here is, you know, can he lose no villagers? And look at how much work these Ulhan are doing on the Ashy. I mean, things are just starting to fall so fast. And still about 6 Ashy left, and with the Minutemen gone, only 1 Expo coming out because, as you mentioned, he did send the 3 settler wagons. But he's got Villas in the TC, not too many, he's still gathering. He's got his Explorer and attack, and there comes 9 Expo.
That's
and
perfect.
Only 3 Ashy from Boneng on the reinforcement. And he's just going to clean this up and be totally fine. And he'll get a ton of XP from doing so and be able to just continue with his build as normal. You know, I fully expect... You know, we'll see 700 gold come in here in a second. You can just age off of this.
Yeah, that went really, really, really well for Ovi.
I mean, look at.
Sorry.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
On 27 vills here. I'm not. Let me just check. I don't think he lost a vill. No, he didn't even lose a single vill.
Nope. I should probably turn out. Why does that gather thing not come up? My gatherers didn't show up actually this time.
I was going to ask if you had the UI installed as well.
Interesting. I managed to create a bug in the population graphic where when the checkbox is off, it shows up. Yeah. So he's got 28 villagers right now and 29 just popping out. 5 pikes is a safety. I don't even know if you need to do that. You know, Boneng's just kind of all he can do is just wander around with about 13 Ashy and start transitioning into eco without combi sense. So.
He does have like a decent economy as far as the economic unit population is concerned, with like interjections calculator going. I think Ace might have worked the shrines into that.
Yeah, he did. It's 3. Oh. Yeah, and so those ones going off a raid, but they didn't quite get caught here, which is
that was really close. I was stressing for those Ulans.
Yeah, I'm scared. What scares me the most right now is the fact that he built 5 pikes instead of building 5 more expo. Yes, and that may very well be the small mistake that's needed to put him into a lot of trouble here as
into a dangerous position. Yeah,
exactly.
Just clicking up there. Well, so real critical time for Boneng coming in here. If he can't make something big happen with this push, then he doesn't have a lot of options after this.
Yeah, will Boneng realize that if he doesn't have those 13 expo, he doesn't realize it yet. He doesn't know that the H-up is coming, and so perhaps he's actually scared that there's a colonial mass here, and he's just cycling through, and that he's not committing. And I think Ovi's gotten away with it, right? I mean, he's at the fortress stage in about a second or two here, and 5 skirms comes, 8 skirm cards. You know, he has the 5 pikes now, which turn into a huge benefit now because he can kind of send the skirm shipment. He doesn't have to be afraid of Nagi kind of ruining his day.
Yeah, now Boneng coming right back in now that he's seen the Fortress age up.
Yeah, now OV needs to realize here that he just don't lose a single Vil. Garrison everything you have and just
Except
don't
for
lose a
that.
Vil. That's fine. A
Oh,
couple set
yep.
of rights in the corner. It's okay. It's not ideal because you could still lose them, but you can see Boning's just totally one Vil down so far. Boning's just totally trying to clean up the army here and make something happen. It's going to be
And then, yeah, we
game
got
changing.
those 3 scrims popping out now.
Yep, 3 scrims coming out. It's just what he needs. He's got the pikes in cover mode, which is going to help him keep those Ashies slowed and engaged as 8 skirm pop out. And will the rally point be correct for those skirms to come out on the right side? Oh, he sent Ulhans instead. Interesting. We'll see how that goes. I mean, he still could be fine, just as long as he gets another full batch of skirmishers, right? So.
Ulands is really interesting to me. Like, I
It
don't
may have
see.
been almost an autopilot kind of play. Just I always send these, and it is a really strong card. I mean, it's 9 Wuhan, so it's
Yeah,
not a small
exactly.
amount of
Yeah, of
cav.
course.
So interesting that Stable's going down too. The other thing that you have to remember is that Ashy are not the strongest anti-cav in the game. They're as a musket, they're not. They just do worse than other muskets do per cost against cav. So it's not as bad of a decision as it feels.
You can learn something every day. Also,
I'm
like,
not sure why that is. But
Also, you only need like just a handful of skirmishers. Like, you can just sit here and kite all day.
yeah, exactly. But the thing is, like in Colonial, you want war wagons. Like against Colonial age play, like you can see a stable's going down right here, and Ashy Nagi's going to do quite well against Skirm Ulhan, with the exception. The only reason it won't is if Obi's mass is huge because he's playing German. So.
Mm-hmm.
And we can already see, like Boneg's economy is not in the strongest place right now. He's at 70, he's at 65 shrine pop, and he's about to house himself, right? So he's not getting more units without paying a hefty wood tax on putting up more houses.
Yeah, he's
And
also
he's just
sitting.
at 600 gold.
He's also sitting at 0 wood. He doesn't have any at all. I think his play right now is he's definitely going to try and age up.
Yeah, it depends if he doesn't buy wood here. He doesn't even have a market. What's a market? Where do I build this magical building?
Not important.
So yeah, clearly not. Boneng is showing us. Ooh, this is see all these actually kind of cycling through here is like at the same time. No, there's no villas that are too vulnerable to it, but I think it would be enough to trigger. Yeah, it's like Ashy cycling through your base is always scary. I think that's enough to make me run all the way back. I think they also have enough to one-shot that seller wagon. Ooh, 8 more Wuhan. This guy is going. Ooh, he is just sending Wuhan like crazy. He does have a lot of skirms built. He just queued up that Wuhan, and Boneng is aging, so I think that he made the right play here by going for this push and not coming back.
Yeah, and with the ULAN shipments, I had something to say, but it's gone now.
maybe you're gonna say it compliments him because of the amount of skirmishers he's been building.
Yeah, because he's just not using his stable.
Yeah, he's built it just to tech bat Wuhan almost, right? Because he's already got so many cav. And just that cost alone just to tech it is almost worth it. I like this coming back now of all times. Boneng is not Fortress yet, so those Ashy are not veteran. They're isolated in their own space here, and they can just get slowed by the Ulhan and just melted by the skirms. And then Boneng's going to pop up the Fortress with nothing to his name, right?
Yeah, well, he's hardly a stranger to that.
That position.
That position, that game mode, that game style.
Yeah, absolutely, and he's about to get melted here. I mean, it's going to be you'll see how little damage those muskets are going to do to these cav relative to your usual muskets. You see, he doesn't have to run. He's lost maybe 1 or 2 on, and now he can fan out as they go into hand attack mode. And
yeah,
good control by Ovi here, just kind of pulling back a little bit here, losing some Wuhan, but also cleaning up once again everything that Boneng has here has disappeared for him. So. And Ovi, not much worse for the wear, really. I mean, he's up in military population. He'll have skirmisher shipments coming, and will Boneng be able to hold it with just kind of having Nagi Ashy is the question.
Yeah, totally. He also had
see that?
I just saw the smoke.
Okay, so he canceled his Explorer backing and shot a low HP Wuhan and then did it, and he divine striked it.
Wow.
So that was pretty sick.
Wow, that's actually, yeah, that's hilarious. That just always reminds me of Interjection's video that he did, like his weird little compilation thing.
Which one is? I don't know what you're talking about actually.
Oh, the
Oh, maybe the headshot. Yeah. I know what you're
yeah,
talking about. Yeah.
like the
Okay,
headshot
yeah.
one.
Idea for sure. Interesting. Of all times, is now Boning's going industrial off of this, possibly, or he just isn't spending his resources. Either way, it's going to spell trouble for him, as all these skirmishers are pushing in and starting to get free picks off on some of the anti-cav cavalry that Boning has. 8 skirms rolling in, so now we're 3 shipments through the big 4. And Boning Boning seemed to have sent 8 Ashy here, and he's just got so many resources to spend. We could see a huge pop of both Nagi and Ashy here, honestly.
Only Ashy Arrow's in queue right now, but he does have
I
7.
didn't know it.
He does have 7 in queue, so he did get
Bushido tactics.
yeah, the Bushido
Minuteman pop
principles.
here. Could be flaming arrows behind it. He's trying to make this happen right now, and I'm not sure if Ovi could just take this right here. I think that's what he's gonna do. Yeah, that's what he needs to do, is just kind of get this fight started. Just don't over micro, just kind of attack him and let it happen.
Yeah, he's really worried about. Oh, I don't know what he's doing there. He's really worried about the clubs or something like that. Just continuing to kite.
There's 2 flaming arrows here. I'm not sure where he's gonna go from here if he just kind of walks back. He's got 20 idle vills or so now on his gold mine. Things are starting to actually look a lot worse after that. Right, he lost like 7 or 8 Wuhan just kind of not attacking.
Yeah, and he has to walk these vills for like 40 years roughly.
And he's walking them in probably the not best of directions. Might have been better to come down here, but
maybe he's trying to make the less predictable play. And yeah, obviously he's gonna trash that shrine right away.
Yeah, you have to.
But
if you're not
Boneng's actually looking in a really, really good position right now.
Yeah, he is. He transitioned very well out of defending the rush. So
yeah, now he has flaming arrows out on the field, and Ovi's almost out of shipments that aren't mercenaries.
Yeah, you want to see Black Riders here, really.
Oh, and now
Boneng
spotted all those vills.
He's got to fight now, and I feel I have this bad feeling he's going to get wrecked trying to get in on the flaming arrows too much. Black Rider's on the floor, and that's going to be. He's totally fine now. Ulan's in there doing damage though. I didn't see them either. I just didn't know you'd be able to afford it. I like that they're in there. It's actually kind of ironic because them being just attack. That's all you gotta do. Just fight. Yeah, there we go. Get in there. And now we've got a whole bunch of Cav on Ashy action here. The Cav almost acting as a meat shield here. Not anymore, I guess. All these Ashy are now going to get away.
Just doing insane damage as well.
Yeah, exactly. But he lost a lot more than he had to, I think. Like he wouldn't have had to lose any Black Riders if Ulan had been there to kind of commit to the fight too.
Yeah,
you can't underestimate that, the amount of damage output that the Ulan had.
But Ovi used them a lot like Hussars in this game, just sort of running them in between units and avoiding hand damage.
Yeah, exactly. And this game is super close right now, honestly. But I mean, Boneng's got 2 TCs now, and he's getting his market techs. He's getting not disciplined Naginata. Really, Boneng has settled into a comfortable position for him. You know, the ecos are pretty much dead even, and it's just going to come down to unit control and how you handle yourself in these fights coming up here.
Yeah, exactly. But the only thing I see going wrong for Ovi here is that all his vills are in really awkward positions. But he did make that defensive wall.
Yeah, that's going to help him against any Ashy raids for sure. It's kind of weird. I'm not sure. Like the way that the map is getting divided up right now is really weird to me. Like these vills mining up here and hunting up here, it's all super safe at this point. And somehow all this has gotten shrined up. I like Ovi's play to cycle through and just clean up shrines at this point. I just let that let that get a little out of control, kind of like you pruning your bushes or something in the summer.
Oh yeah.
You may not know about that being from Canada. You may not even have a warm enough weather to have to take care of the yard. He's mowing back the weeds out of the yard here, getting these shrines off the map.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, it's a good thing you explain it to me. I mean, I just oh no, this is really really bad
That's
because
8 bills.
ah yeah, doing his best to split them up there, but his army is just nowhere to be found essentially. And Boneng picked up on that right away because he knew that Ovi had a lot of eco over here. Also, there's this wall that just doesn't make sense.
It's not closed off, so the explorer's gonna walk around. Bonen's
Yes.
gonna instantly turn, and he's gonna come over here and kill another 8 bills. And all of a sudden, Boneng's in an eco lead. He's got 2 TCs up. He's got a better combo, and it's just not looking anywhere near as good as it used to, right? So
Hmm.
um, now Ovi's under pressure to make something happen like immediately, rather
Hmm.
than before where he could slow roll it a little bit. He's got a ton of idle bills over here as well.
And those are gonna have to walk like a long way, or
Yeah.
just to get to anything useful.
Exactly the problem.
He also spent a lot of unnecessary wood. That's like 50 wood right there on essentially
Yeah,
nothing.
if he had walled this off too, and this, and closed this off, it would have been a great wall. But unfortunately, it didn't quite happen. So
I
it
mean,
didn't
not
give him
a,
the benefit that he was looking for.
we're also on ESOC patch, so walls
Yeah,
not as good as they once were.
yeah, half HP on the walls makes it harder, but having the walls up is nice. I think just because it lets you run your vills when the Ashy are coming, rather than once they've already killed everything you have.
Did go up with Stagecoach just now.
That's good. He's
Yeah,
got two
so
TP stagecoach trying to swing it back a little bit. That's not a bad decision at all.
so that adds like eight bills or something, doesn't it?
Yeah. If they're on
Four or
wood, it's
five
adding 8
bills.
bills.
Wow.
Yeah, four per TP if it's on wood and you have no wood upgrades. It's the same as Blackfire is catching some Nagi here. Oh, finish your animation.
Canceled the animation.
It's that over microing problem again, man. I'm telling you that that's the only thing that's really gone wrong for Obi this game was just trying too hard to micro his units, right? I mean, if he had just less APM invested into microing, he may have cleaned up a lot of these fights harder. It's kind of it's a rare problem to have where it's too much interacting with your units is costing you. And I don't even feel comfortable going near that TC, knowing there's 2 of them with minutes, and God, this just looks terrifying to me. The amount of tank potential coming out of these Nagi. The 5 Black Riders still there, right? So this fight's starting off. Skirmisher's a little bit blocked in.
He also does have Cav combat out, so if he does use those Ulans properly this time, they're
Just
going to
attack. Just attack
yeah,
move. One attack move. Don't touch it any more than that. There we go. Let it go. Oh, there we go. That's the death move right there, right? He just lost out on 2 full attacks and let all of his yeah, that may actually be game.
Yeah, just moved the Ulans way too much. You just needed to run right in and drop the big attack move.
Yeah, and now he's moving his skirmisher instead of getting damage off of them. Unfortunately, he kind of just has to sit this fight out. It's just rough. There's still 3 Nagi on the field. There's gonna be a ton more coming, and I think he'll be out of the game here in about a second.
Now he's gonna have pressure all over his eco here, and that spells disaster. That last fight, just something with the Ulans.
Yeah, there's a lot of potential damage that was missed out on there in the beginning. He had a good position even too. And I think this is actually the point where he's out of the game pretty soon. Now he's down by 30 bills almost.
Plus shrines as well.
Yeah, well, I'm adding those in, and the map's kind of running out for him too. So.
Only issue I see Boneng running into here is he's actually pretty much out of resources in his base. He's gonna have to start putting up farms pretty soon here. Perhaps Ovi knows that because he's only got 500 food left on that rice paddy, and then he just, cherry cherry orchard,
Sure,
and
for
then
sure.
he's
Yeah. Then he needs
and
the
then he's
rice paddy.
duped, and then he doesn't have anything else. But throwing up a third TC now down in the corner here.
Yeah, I just don't see it being quite enough. Boneng's got 3,000 food in the bank, so he doesn't need to gather food for a long time. He's just miles ahead. He could do a full rice paddy transition for the 75 bills right now without making any units with his current bank, and still be fine. Yeah. Which is, it looks like that's probably where he's heading. He's got a ton of idle bills actually, but I have no idea what's going on right now. Like, I don't know where Boneng's units are. He's got enough resources right now. 3,000 food, 1,000 wood, 700 gold. I think he might even just be stockpiling.
To age up, yeah.
Just because he can, just because he thinks he can, right? Not because it's made the right play.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is. I think he is. I'm looking at his queue. There's nothing in queue. I think he just says,
Yeah.
"This guy." I don't know, but that might be not giving enough respect to the position Ovi can be in here. Look at him; he's still got a lot of units. I mean,
But yeah,
sure, he's lost a lot of bills, but
he's also representing a massive military unit lead.
yeah, because Boneng is not making units. He's teching.
Mm-hmm. That's like a second lieutenant thing to do.
It's weird though, because he just sent Ashy, and they're walking in. Like, did he just connect? Maybe. No, he's putting up a whole bunch of mills now. Okay, he's making the full mill turns. I think he was just backering, honestly. That's got to be what it was at this point. He was just trying to catch up with what he's left, what he's been behind on. I mean, Boneng just fed him a full shipment of Ashy there.
That was just a pop of Ashies.
It was, I guess, but it seemed like it was like 10 of them, wasn't it? Like,
yeah,
maybe
it
was
7 or 8. But
yeah, I thought maybe it was exactly 8. I don't know.
The last card he sent was Ashigaru Musketeer Attack. He has both cards out for his Ashigaru, so they're going to do extremely well against the Zulans now.
And he's teched every upgrade for them at the Golden Pavilion.
Oh, wow. So, this is like first lieutenant team game material. Just teching your Ashies up all the way and steamrolling everything with them. And then
yeah, that's what it looks like he's going for here, but I'm not convinced. And then he's also technical on to mills, right? So crazy play here from Boneng. He just chopped out all the trees in the back of his base in like 30 seconds. And this is giving Ovi the opportunity to come back here. I mean, I don't know.
13 Jaegers right now was his last military shipment, and those can do some serious work.
Yeah, does he have the coin to send it?
No.
I don't even know if he has it in queue.
He only has 300 coin.
Look at this town center. I love this town center placement from Ovi. I mean, he needs to start containing his opponent, and he's already picking off some bills on rice paddies too. I mean, I think he's doing the right thing here.
Sending 1,000 coin now.
So. Yeah, the key here is Boneng is now he's doing a full rice paddy transition like we talked about. So we'll see if I was right and he could get away with it, or if maybe I was a little too confident for him. But club raid coming in and one Nagi just to add in the pain on the bills. That is not good for Ovi right now. When he sees that, that's got to make him quite sad. Knowing because the fact there's one Nagi in there too makes it just even harder to deal with.
Mm-hmm. But he's also got his attention here.
Yeah, and he's fighting here, which would be good. He should just fight, but
he's doing the exact same thing with the Ulan.
Yeah, and that's not something that's going to change, right? So
just losing them for essentially free. These Ashigaru now on 42 range damage are just going to completely chew through the Ulans.
Yeah.
While I was looking elsewhere, the Najinata rider got juked.
Yeah, he's out. And then all these bills are still in trouble, though. And there's just no way at this point. Boneng's done a full mill transition. He's got 1,200 wood right now to drop into Yumi's, or if he wants to, he can build rice paddies with it.
Mm-hmm. Also now has a big stack of Yumi archers.
Yeah, maybe that will be enough to get the Ulan to just attack, though, so it might actually be favorable. Just, come on, man.
Running around again. It makes me wonder if his attack move hotkey isn't working properly.
think I don't think that's the problem. Honestly, I think it's just I don't
Yeah,
know,
you just
undervaluing how much it matters that the units are doing damage every cycle that they have.
yeah, exactly. And these clubs and that one Nadji still causing trouble. And Boneng
Yeah,
now is in a commanding position.
yeah.
Still
I mean, he's
stockpiling
floating.
wood like crazy. Like,
Yeah, he's floating 5,000 resources on top of this, and at any point he can just drop five. He can drop five more rice paddies, get all of his bills on the right resources, and then just kind of age up.
but looks like he's gonna play it extremely safe.
Yeah,
Also
he's even on the
using his.
stagecoach line and cleaning that out too. Yeah, he's just taking leads where he can get them.
Mhm. He's also rebuilding all of his shrines. He's putting all of his shrines back down.
Yep.
So yeah, just playing extremely safe, just making sure he's gonna close out the game just
Yep.
right. Oh, also, when you updated the title, you just said Saturday SmackDown Boning versus Ovi.
Oh, interesting. Well, it is a Saturday SmackDown.
Well, yeah, I
I'll fix that
suppose.
after this game.
I just got it open. Now losing more bills to those insanely good Yumi archers. There you go. There goes the result.
Dang, that's crazy. I mean, there were several moments there where I felt like Ovi was in a commanding position. Like if you look at the graphs for the fights, like once after colonial fights, I feel like they just weren't fights that were taken correctly. You can look at the military population graph. There's tons of these just dips where 20 units just die and literally nothing dies for Boneng. And the first two of those in early Fortress for the first two fights for the Cav just didn't quite engage. And that final fight as well, or the big fight at around 20 minutes was a similar story, I think. Um, Game just I don't know. He had so many chances this year. I think, and that was a very close game for me. So
Yeah, just didn't quite pull the trigger at the right at the right time.
yeah,
But you're definitely right. He did have a lot of chances to capitalize. But so 1-0 Bonang now. All right. Am I gonna come into slot 2 here? Yeah.
yeah, join. Oh, you will. So you gotta wait. Boning's still in game. He's just coming out now.
Damn it. Keep thinking Boning's joined and he hasn't. So many games hosted. It looks like such a text wall with a CRC mismatch after all of them.
Yeah, exactly. I don't even. I mean, I don't. I don't even look unless it's got the.
The tournament or something you need to be in.
Yeah, if it's got. It has CRC on it. You can just kind of like see. It feels like a flooded title of garbage if it's got CRC on it. So I usually it makes it easier to kind of see like the
Yeah.
top couple of fan patch games.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm very concerned now that Ovi's down one game here that the series becomes a lot harder because Boning's quite good at counter sieving. He's very well versed in the game and knows how to abuse mechanics. Right, that's kind of his thing. Is he's very well known for some of these quirky styles that take advantage of civ weaknesses and other things. So
Yeah. But Ovi definitely picking a pretty good civ against Portuguese. But this map, as I recall, has a large. Does it have an ocean on both sides?
yes, it does.
Okay. Oh, this is the one that's sort of like it's a square. It's not actually a circle.
Yes, it's the square. The land mass is kind of a square.
Right, right. Okay.
It's like Yucatan. This is like if Yucatan weren't a terrible map, it would be Baja California.
Right.
That's how I think of Baja California.
Now going into.
All right. Okay.
Uh-oh. My graphics card just lost its mind for a quick sec here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Game not responding.
Give it a second, then she
Okay,
come
there it
back.
goes. There it goes. Yeah, like either my graphics card or CPU just lost its mind. Like I heard the fan just crank all the way up. But
Mm-hmm.
now going into game 2 here. The scoreboard, Boneng up 1-0. On a nice water map for Portuguese. Boneng spawning on the right, red Portuguese. Ovi on the left, blue French. But Boneng obviously definitely going to go for a water style. It wouldn't surprise me one bit if he's going to play on the water here.
Yeah, and funny enough, to give some background here, we also practiced this exact matchup on this exact map.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I was doing stuff like, I did my Ninja P-Tart strat because it was my only way of kind of emulating Boneng as far as like, what you could, you know what I mean? Like, I can't do his playstyle, but what I did instead was I just made a ton of goons that sent ninjas first and did that kind of thing.
Your own cheesy strat?
Yeah, like my own version of the Boneng.
Ovi doing weird stuff with his Explorer at that trade post. Did you see that?
I didn't. He was probably just trying to like maneuver.
Oh, he'd get up for a quick sec, do one attack, and then go back to building.
That's okay to do in this case if you know your timings. Like if you know that the trade line isn't going to get there in time, then that's kind of like maximizing your damage because in between animations you're building, and you didn't miss any passes from it, so it's actually pretty good.
He also, now also bringing in his scout.
Yep, and that's exactly what you want to do as France. You really want to use that native scout to just dominate the H1 and take full control. And he's already going to kill the Explorer very easily here.
Which leaves Boneng, like he scouted from here to here.
Yep, and that's exactly what happens against France.
That's all he's going to get.
And now he may be able to make it home if he plays his cards right here. That looked like a clean pull. No, it didn't. He's going to try to do this thing where you turn around, attack, and then run in between, like this right here.
Yeah, I've only ever done that correctly like one time.
Yeah, it's very hard to do. You have to have like flawless timing, but it's doable for sure.
Mm-hmm. But even if he does get away, his scout can just come right back in. Boneng actually sending out a Vil here to grab a 20 coin treasure that was there. Oh, he was hurting. Oh, he was
hurting, and he hurt with it. Yeah. Oh, this Explorer is gonna just get so close to dying. The fact that he's gonna de-snare right now. Yeah, he just did it.
Oh, so close. And then it doesn't work if you happen to be walking.
Just go ranged mode. Shoot him. Oh god, that's terrifying.
0.
Shoot him. Oh. He gets it and he gets out and wastes some villager seconds there as these villagers kind of stumble over the dead body trying to just gather food.
Stumble over
they don't even care.
Body. Like, oh crap.
Yeah, but now Ovi's in a great position. Yeah, exactly. Our leader is just on the ground in agony or whatever he says when you mouse over him.
I can't remember.
I don't have that. I don't know how other people have it, but I don't have it anymore.
I think there was an option that you can disable that makes them shut up because like if you have like a dog and it dies, like man, that thing's got a lot to say.
Yeah, it's like a really long block of text that covers up your screen.
Yeah, exactly.
But now Ovi's going to build he's going to do, if you've ever watched my stream and seen incredibly greedy trade post builds with Stagecoach, I believe that's what we're going to see from Ovi. Stuff like using all 400 wood from your age up to just text Stagecoach and drop a third TP. I think that's the line of play I would expect here.
Got a brutal Cougar reset. He had like one shot left and
yeah, he's just gonna have to man up and clean that up. Oh shit! Never mind. He's not gonna clean it up that way. I don't know where he's going actually, because
he's probably waiting for H2 or a crack shot. Or is he in H2? Nope.
He's not in H2 yet though. based on his text that he has right now in, um, based on his resources gathered in text, I think he's going for the stagecoach build for sure. He now knows he's also managed to slow down the TC wagon. It's interesting that this is so far forward. That may be just a little bit too ambitious actually for France's early fortress power. And as we expected, docks going up along the line here, right? And early walls. I actually like this a lot. What this is doing is making sure that he doesn't get dock cheesed by like there's not just going to be like a random dock in the corner down here, just ruining his day.
Yeah.
If he closes this other gap here, then which is exactly what he's going to do. It wasn't ideal. It cost about 30 wood more than it had to, but it's not the end of the world. And gathering those crates up for stagecoach, we see steel traps also in the queue.
It's always like the walling trade-off. You can trade wood for APM.
Yeah, exactly. I usually choose the APM back because it's not that expensive, really.
Yeah, most people do. But sometimes when you're just like walling through trees, it's just
I'm careful about how I place them, but interesting that at this point, there's that cheese right there's the Cheeseville. See, it's coming over, and he's got a wall up to stop it. It's great. It's great to see these little like meta plays just that are very specific to if you're playing against Boneng and he's going to try to get a Ville across the way to build a dock. He's sending the Minutemen for that exact reason, right? Yeah. So those are going down there to kill that Ville, and the Explorer's going to stick on that Ville. It's faster than the Ville too, so that Ville's not getting away. And
exactly. And now he's changing his mind. Or he tried to change his mind for a sec, but
it's because he doesn't realize that there's walls everywhere, so he's having pathing challenges here.
Yeah.
But what I'm worried about is Ovi may be too focused on that and not teching his stagecoach, not doing things that he needs to do on the big picture here. So this Ville actually might even be getting value that Boneng doesn't even realize right now.
Yeah, doesn't have the stagecoach in queue yet. Though he does have the wood.
But yeah, that Ville's gone now. Is he gonna gate to go through that harass? I don't think it's worth gating for that.
There you go.
That was an expensive villager kill.
Yeah, it was 350 resources now, and I don't think these Minutemen will even be able to kill one Ville, but one can try.
Yeah, exactly. And
also,
still,
it costs a lot of APM to kill Minutemen properly if you don't have a Hussar.
Yeah, exactly.
Walling up even more. He gated it for nothing.
He's walking which one?
Now. Well,
he's right down
here, but
yeah, he gated that. Yeah. Like this wall is also fascinating to me. I'm not sure what's going on here actually. We'll have to see. I mean, I feel like this just is too slow.
Boneng's got musketeers out on the field now, so it looks like he's going to actually take care of that trade post. And Ovi, let's see, units in queue. Has a stable, but doesn't. Oh, there he goes. Now he has Hussars in queue.
Okay, interesting.
Like lose this trade post just to see.
There's the stagecoach.
Gets the stagecoach. Hopefully, he switched that trade post in time to get some resources.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he did actually. I was watching it tick in. I think he's not even going to build any more units than this. I think he just made the 2 Hussar to work with the minutes here, and with some god tier control, he could probably kill 4 muskets here, maybe more. If he has his Hussar snaring the muskets correctly and he's poking at the right corner, the Minutemen can do a lot of work here. Ovi is more focused probably though on clicking up. Now he's got enough resources. Yep, he's just tasked that age up. He's also got amalgamation and everything on his Ville, so his Villes are max upgrade essentially for France here. And he didn't build the bottom TP as well, so he's not going to be in a position right now to be in a position to really use that stagecoach very well, right? He's only going to have 1 TP.
Oh yeah. And I'm just going to check on Skype real quick because people are messaging me?
Boneng just dropping center coin on the floor. Looks like he's intending to H. See if he's able to pull that one off. I don't see any reason why he won't. Already got the food and Q, and it looks like he's just in such a comfortable position right now. There's just a lot of time spent on the defense here from Ovi, and even teeing up some stagecoach of himself here to get in on the stagecoach meta. I don't know, just this whole style feels too slow almost, just to almost like you're letting a dock boom happen. That's a great catch, yes. But there, okay.
Yeah, he was also pretty slow on actually attacking the bills.
Yeah, now he's getting punched out. He's gonna get one more bill, I think. He'll probably run from that. Yeah. So one bill there for one low HP Hussar, not a terrible trade. Also idling some bills, and Goon's now hitting the field for Ovi here. Boning's about to hit. He's finally up now, and he's going to be on his way to Fortress. So.
Ovi got a bunch more goons, or 5 goons over here harassing as well. But
Yep.
For me, it just doesn't feel like he's doing enough.
Yeah, I don't really think he's
just like
doing much of anything really.
Just like one stagecoach TP and a bunch of like random walls. Especially
he's down now by 20 bills, so even with interjections calculator, mathematically helping him here.
Exactly. Boneng also grabbing another good treasure here, maybe.
I mean, he's just continuing to use his Explorer well in Fortress here. I do like this TC placement. I like that he's going for the map, and oh man, if he's able to catch the wagon going out there, that would be so huge. But just doesn't quite seem like that's going to be the case here.
Close, but not quite.
Yeah, going to be at this front door here instead. 2 Falconets rolling in. This is a good timing for those, honestly. Boneng is not going to want to be sending or building any culverins here. So these 2 Falcons can just kind of unpack and start doing work here. Well, Ovi starts to get up TCs. I think that the big thing is Boneng's managed to creep out several small advantages that are going to keep him in the lead here. Right, he's got a TP up on the stagecoach line. 1 TP isn't even built for Ovi, and he sees it and he's reacting. I think why I don't know why he stopped building this TC. I think he's going to kill this one in progress, but the Explorer isn't really helping much here. I mean, the additional 20 siege tech. There we go. This is going down in 2 more volleys. That's a huge moment for Ovi. And honestly, he could even just set up here and start shooting at the military production facilities if he wanted to. Boneng. And interesting to see, he's playing much more standard than you would expect from Boneng, right? He's not going industrial. He's playing Cassador Goon, essentially. And I like that he's not going for the TC here. TC in this particular position isn't really helping Boneng much at all. Just going to kind of slowly whittle away at the buildings here.
Boneng does have a fairly decent mass, though, but one hit on those Cassadors from the cannons, he's going to lose a lot. Yeah,
I think this fight is going to go very well for Boneng. There's going to be a unit shipment or something ridiculous here that's just going to, they're just going to run in for free, basically. No shots really fired on them. Oh, the huge volley. Still 1 full HP Falconet left, and this is one of the problems with you need a ton of skirms, because goons just are kind of broken, to be honest, in my opinion. They just don't really take damage from skirms. So, you can see, it just 10 skirms didn't even one-shot a goon, and they're supposed to be hard counter. Minutemen coming out of the field here, though, and it wasn't a terrible exchange overall. Ovi he still killed 1 port TC, which is usually all you can hope for. Usually all you can hope for with the 2 Falcons, so. And Boneng building one back here anyway. Even though when the stagecoach wagon runs by, it's fully visible. He's still just building it.
I wonder if Ovi, the stagecoach just came by, so Ovi's got to be able to see that by now. But
I
looks
wonder if
like
he doesn't. Maybe he doesn't see it. I mean, the icon's huge on the minimap too. I'm sure. Well, actually, we can just check if we see. We can't because I can't do one person's fog of war. But I'm gonna put fog of war on either way. And now this TC is looking more like a liability than anything, right? He's just kind of zoned off here.
was it shift
Oh,
control
but
C?
three cure build, 3 cure shift, 5 cure build, and only 8 goons on the field right now. 10 total. So 8 cures versus 10 goons. If he moves the 3 from his home city point, this could be a turning point right here.
Yeah, exactly. Huge French timing coming up.
And he's kind of been baited into sieging this town center as well. And he's pulling his cursors. It's a very light skirmisher count is the only thing. And 5 more goons shipped, I believe, from Boneng. I can never get to the shipments quick. Ship.
Yeah, he shipped 5 goons a while ago, and he just got out. Oh, sorry. He just got out Dragoon Combat actually.
Okay. Well, now at this point, 15 goons to 8 skirms and full map control here from Boneng. But at the same time, it's not full map control because this entire bottom side of the map, where all the resources really are, is still held by Ovi. And
there's no dock. There's no cheesy dock on that side, just ruining his day. And actually, Boneng's gonna run out of fish here pretty quick.
Yeah, fishing is not the strongest thing in the world. All he's going to ultimately get, I believe, there's 3 whales on each side. Yep. So at the end of the day, you can only keep 12 fishing boats alive, right? So he's going to have to delete a whole bunch of those coming up, and that would actually put him behind Ovi once again. And this is actually not a terrible engagement angle for him.
Oh, those cuirassiers just getting
they're getting in there. Okay, they're getting in there now. It's hard to get them in there with this angle here, and there's just too many goons is what I'm kind of concerned about. But man, look at those castors just disappearing. They just have all this rangers that is not helping them, and all the cuirassiers at the same time falling to goon fire though, and OV resigns.
Yeah. Well, that's the series. That's the series then. Goes 2-0 to Boneng.
Yeah, and I mean, it was probably right to resign. Like, look at Boneng's bank. He's about to clean out the army and just go industrial for no reason. So
yeah, exactly, for no reason. And then you get Genitours out, and there's just absolutely no stopping that. No matter what.
Not when you're H3 for sure.
Well, I would even say even if you're like H4, you could be like H4 with Voltigeurs out and still.
I've won against those. I'd rather have be French and industrial than ports, even with the gendarmes or genitar. I think that those Volt skirms just do quite well against them, but yeah, you're right. It's still ridiculous. Like I was playing a game where I made only skirms against only goons, and it took forever to win because the ranges are equal.
Yeah, exactly. And like you said, goons are just a broken unit. Like I totally share that opinion that they're just that ranged infantry just does not do well enough against dragoons.
Yep, but that's kind of at the same time that's just the way the game is, and we've been making it work with you have to kind of play around that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's a very fine line because like right now they're just barely good enough to in like a lot of situations. They don't win cost effectively, which is the key, I think.
Right. Yeah, that's the end of the series. To me, it just seemed like a bit of a distracted effort from Ovi. Like he didn't really know exactly what he wanted to do throughout like the middle portion of the game there.
Yeah, I would agree. I think
and stopping the cheesy dock just wasn't quite enough.
Yeah, I think he had some good planning in the early game for sure, and just it didn't quite pull itself together in the mid fortress stage, which is kind of what happened in the last game too. So, I mean, either way though, a lot of credit to Ovi, right? In both these games, he had good shots at winning, and Boneng is one of the guys who consistently gets to the finals. So, I mean, I think this is a pretty good showing from both players, honestly. So.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, I think we don't have anything more to stream, do we?
No, we don't. No, Boneng only outgathering Ovi right at the end there.
Yeah, I mean, France gathers a lot of resources, especially with Stagecoach. Fish
Hmm.
booms just are not very good. So,
Yeah, they really aren't. But yeah, I guess that concludes the series. I was gonna look into casting some games from